think the overwhelming theme was we're losing trust in our elections process. You could look back to 2016 when we blamed it on Russians hacking. We migrated it in 2020 to other individuals could hack the election or change the results. But the theme is the same. The problem is lack of trust in our elections. And the cure to that is local election authorities throughout the state of Illinois stepping forward to be completely, fully transparent, to open our offices, to open our doors, to explain to the public the procedures and policies that are in place that safeguard our elections and the steps that we take to make sure that we are following those rules. They still have to sign the ballot, and we still go through checking that signature to verify that that the individual who submitted the ballot is the accurate one. The step that's missing is, you're right, they have to, if somebody else is delivering your ballot to the election authority, they have to fill out the affidavit. They don't have to do that if the post office is delivering it to us or if they're utilizing a drop box. So there is a little bit of a loophole there.
But lately I've seen where they're trying to sign these people up to vote, and they have to stop. They cannot let illegal immigrants vote in this upcoming election.
These individuals are not appearing in person and are only providing copies rather than originals of any documents requested. At best, items required to prove identity and citizenship on the mail-in form are falling short. As such, an individual can register to vote in federal elections without supplying any unique government-issued ID to prove identity or much less citizenship. Voter verification to be registered to vote is basically non-existent. We are relying on an honor system with individuals who have no honor because they have entered our country illegally.
Non-citizens are not allowed anywhere in the United States to vote in federal elections. As far as state elections, I don't believe they're allowed to vote in state elections anywhere in the United States, but I could be wrong on that one. There are local municipalities that have allowed them to vote on local races, mayor, school board. School board's most often where we see that argument being placed, although some of those have been reversed or overturned by the courts. So I think that question's still out there as far as how that would be allowed long term. These individuals are wanting to be here. They're not wanting to take a chance of being deported. So the idea that some political party is going to get electors to vote for them for one election for their own personal benefit, what benefit is it to the illegal that's crossed the border? To them, that exposes them to an extraordinary amount of risk that they will be caught and be immediately deported back to the country they come from. And that is what they're running away from, what they're trying to hide from. So there's need for us to be resilient and making sure that we are following procedures and policies that are in place to prevent that. But I just don't see that being an overwhelming challenge right now. My concern is with the post office, with recent changes to the distribution of mail that has caused for time delays. I really hope that that's something our congressional leadership addresses and fixes before we get to the November election. It's something we are trying to bring forward to congressional leadership throughout the state of Illinois. We saw in the primary increased delays which caused individuals' votes not to be counted because their ballots were received too late. That needs to be addressed immediately. There is no reason for some of these roadblocks that have been put up with the Postal Service's timely delivery of mail.